Witchers are heartless, they say. Can't feel emotions, won't give mercy, won't help a dying man. If you don't have enough coin, you mean nothing to them. Thing is, this isn't always true, and there are encounters you can come across where you can change people's minds, show them they have a hero in their greatest times of need. So today, I wanted to list 5 rescue encounters in The Witcher 3, specifically in Velen. So, let's get into it. Starting off with number 5, we have Hazardous Goods. You can find this following the road northwest of Lurch. Now, as you get closer, you'll hear a man crying out for help. So you run up, and you can see him trapped under a cart with a pack of ghouls surrounding him. He's totally defenseless. Doesn't even have a sword that he can raise up. If you hadn't come at this exact moment, these ghouls would have torn into him, taken the flesh right off the bones in a matter of seconds, really. But yes, here you are, and you fight like hell to take them out. Now, when they're all gone, you can help the man back up, and he introduces himself as Gert Borel. Turns out his cart was already damaged, and then when the ghouls ambushed him, his horse got really scared and tipped over the cart as it was running away. Actually, I'm surprised we didn't still see the horse as it was escaping. That's how close we came. Anyway, Gert makes a living getting rid of the bodies of plague victims, and, pays pretty well. Problem is, I would assume it's not very good for longevity. He claims he doesn't really have to worry about it because he never gets sick, never has. And so I said, well, that's impossible, you're sick right now, aren't you? Turns out that's just how he looks. Awkward. But he said he would let it slide because I did just save his life. Anyway, he wants to continue this job, so it's up to you. You can say, fine, and be on your way. Or you can tell him to burn his clothes, have a very thorough bath, and then burn his cart for him. You want to be safe, right? No matter what you choose, the quest completes, and it looks like you've now saved the life of this very poor fella. Unfortunately, it does not end there. A few weeks later, in a spot to the west of Bennek, you can find him again, and this time, he looks a lot different. Much different. Actually worse. Warts and boils and bubbles and, all of those cover his face. See, he kept up with the job, and turns out he finally got the plague himself. I mean, it was only a matter of time, and now he wants you to put him out of his misery. So you can refuse and let him just cry out in the rain for as long as he has left. Not very long, I don't think. Or you can drive your sword through his chest. And if you do, I suggest burning his corpse, just in case. And please give yourself a very, very thorough bath afterward. Number 4, we have a Caravan Attack. You can find this on the road to the west of Marauder's Bridge. Now, when you get closer, you can see the heat of battle has already begun. 2 merchants are being swarmed by 5 well-armed guards. So, grossly outnumbered and out-armored, these 2 men stand no chance without your help. Actually, emphasis on your help, because, well, when I jumped in, I kept getting hit. And I'm pretty sure these merchants were doing a lot more damage than me. Anyway, you kill all of the guards, and you can find out these 5 people, they were supposed to be protecting these 2 merchants, Anselm and Griswold. See, they paid for their protection to get them safely to Crow's Perch. They want to see the Baron. But the second they were out of sight, these guards then turned on them and tried to steal all of their supplies. Now, that's no way to support small businesses in such a war-torn province. Actually, they should have said that while fighting. Good sirs, please stop. The stab wound that you have inflicted onto my left thigh, it is definitely causing me pain, but not as much pain as you are doing to the economy and the well-being of the free market. See, that would have stopped them, but alright. As a reward, they're going to give you what little crowns they still have left, and then carry on their way. Now, 1 week later, if you go to Crow's Perch, don't worry, they don't have the plague, they're actually doing really well. Anselm has set up his own little shop, and he's willing to give you discounts on any item. Just tell him what you want. He's a little light on wares right now, but give it some time and his business is going to boom. I can feel it. Now, I couldn't find his friend Griswold, but don't worry. He's probably just running around town telling people about the new shop, spreading the word. Here to the selling and purchasing of goods. Number 3, we have Boris the Troll. You can find him right next to the water to the northwest of the inn at the crossroads. Now, when you get there, you'll see that he's being attacked by 5 Neckers. Now, at first glance, you might not really think a whole lot of it, but Neckers attacking a rock troll. I know these things are stupid, but you should know when you've crossed the line. Here, you cross the line. Anyway, Boris can still use our help, so you rush in and you slice their bellies open, you cut off their limbs. There's only one thing running through your head right now. Oif! So all of them are dead, and then you talk to Boris, and can I just say, anytime you talk to a troll in this game, it's a lovely experience. Yeah. Now, as you talk to him, you'll learn that Boris was trying to make soup. Actually, soup a la corpse. It's a troll delicacy, frogs, slugs, all kinds of crawly little insects, and joy smell sticks. I think those are flowers, maybe herbs. Anyway, but then at the end, one full necker. You just toss it right in, full body. So it seems like those other 5 neckers, they must have seen Boris kill one of their own and stuff its body in the pot. Of course, they're going to then be upset, and then they attacked him. See, just for exercising some culinary creativity. Boris, I think what you're doing is great. Keep it up, man. Actually, he let me have a bowl of it afterward, and oh my god, it was so good. I was shocked. No, really, the broth, it's not too heavy, and it's got this tangy flavor without being too spicy. It was exquisite. He is really protective of it, though. I tried asking for 2 more bowls to bring back to some of my merchant friends, and he freaked out. He said, "No soup for you. Come back 1 year." Number 2, we have a lynch mob. You can find this at the center of Hangmans Alley. Luckily, the fighting hasn't started yet, so this time you don't have to rush in like a madman, but on the ground you can see a man preparing a line of rope. Something is about to go down. So you ask around, and it turns out these 4 peasants are about to hang a Nilfgaardian soldier who has just recently deserted the army. They're angry because, isn't this man supposed to be protecting them? Warding off the black ones that burn their villages, kill their friends? So they want to see him dead. Now, if you listen to the soldier's point of view, he'll tell you that he deserted in order to be back with his family, with his wife and his young daughter. He begs you to let him return to them. So this is where you've got 2 options. You can let the peasants hang him, and if they do, you can then loot his dead body for a note from his wife. Turns out his story is true. His wife already lost her brother and her father to the war, so she wants desperately that he'll come home and that their daughter won't grow up without a father. But he did desert. That certainly is punishable. Or because this video is titled Rescue Encounters after all, you can tell the peasants to release him. Now, no matter what you say, this is going to resort to violence, and you're going to have to kill all 4 peasants. 4 people dead to save the life of 1. Again, you're going to have to weigh the pros and cons of both sides to see what you want to end up going with. But if you do save him, he'll be incredibly thankful, promise that he's now going straight to his wife, and off he goes. With this outcome, a father is returned to his loving family. Although I will say, I wanted to follow him, and the second he got to the forest, he decided to take a nap, just lie down. There's people looking for you, guy. Okay, that's cool. No rush. And number 1, we have A Dog's Life. You can find this to the northwest of Drudge. As you come up on the road, you'll see one dog being overpowered by 5 wolves, all twice the size of it. This is going to be a bloody mess very soon, so you rush in, fending off the wolves, side by side with your new friend, until all of them are gone. And when they are, you can see this dog is very tame. Actually, it must be someone's pet. And it has a key tied to its collar. Okay, so you take it. Now, the dog wants you to follow it. Okay, so you do, and it's going to lead you back to the small town of Drudge. Thing is, when you get there, a group of bandits are practically waiting for you. And once you get close, they start to attack. Again, take all of them out, swinging from above, the dog going below, ripping at their ankles. The bandits fall to the ground. Now, it looks like they had just come from a very specific house, so you go inside, and there, you see it. The owner, a woman, brutally killed, an axe still in her back. Maybe this was the owner of the dog. But you've still got this key, so you look around for some kind of chest. You find a loose floorboard, and then you find your reward. You take it. Mini quest completed. Well, thing is, there's also some notes, and if you read them, it is true. This woman was the owner of this dog. Its name is Barilka. It was the only thing that stayed with her, always guarding her house when all of the other villagers had left. But for some time, someone had been watching her, and as we found out, it must have been bandits waiting to strike, and finally, they did. Barilka wasn't able to save her, and weirdly enough, when you go back outside, the dog is gone. It left. What does that mean? Did it go out to find a friend or a family member of this woman? Or is it completely heartbroken now and now wandering the forest? In confusion, it doesn't know what to do. This certainly is. It's a very sad story, and even though you did rescue that dog from certain death, well, where is it going now? Back into danger? Or hopefully a place to find shelter? And there you have it, 5 rescue encounters in Velen in The Witcher 3. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And down below, please tell me, are there any more you would add to this list? Alright, thank you very much for watching. The outcome of an event like this, it's not always perfect. It isn't always happy. But one thing is certain. By doing this, you're changing the way people look at you. Not as a mercenary, but as a hero.